press the bell icon on the YouTube app and never miss another update.
Hello everyone. Well, today I'm here with you with not at all any prose or poetry. Today let's begin the grammar. Okay. First of all, I would like to clear you the word, the spelling of grammar. What is the spelling of grammar? G-R-A-M-M-A-R. But what you do is, many of you often make mistake while writing the word grammar. What you do is, you will write like this, grammar. At last you will use ER. Okay, you should not use like this. Just like you just go on like that. You write summer, right? Hammer. Like that you think and you make mistake while writing the word grammar. What is the spelling of grammar? G-R-A-M-M-A-R. Okay, I think so. From today onwards, you won't make any mistake while writing the word grammar. G-R-A-M-M-A-R. Okay, is that clear? Okay. So, before going to this, let us speak about the language. Okay. So, language, no, it is a God's gift to human beings. It's really a beautiful gift given by God to us. It's a great boon given by the God. Because we can't imagine a single moment without language, because language is a key for communication. Only through language only, what we can do, we can express our feelings, emotions and thoughts with others. So language is a beautiful gift that we human beings, we have got from the God. To know the language, to know every language, first of all, we should come to know about the grammar. Okay, so if you want to know any language, you should have a complete command over language. The main aim of teaching language is the four things: L, S, R, W. So these four skills you should come to know. What are these? L means listening. S means speaking. R means reading. And W means writing. So these are the skills what we have to develop in the language. So if you want to learn or if you want to come to know about the language, so first of all we should learn these skills. L means listening skill. So what I say to you, you should be able to understand what you listen. Your listening skill, it should be developed. Okay. Speaking, you should try to speak that language. You should improve your speaking skill. Reading, you should read that language, and writing, you should write that. You should be able to write that language. So these four skills, L, S, R, W, these are the four skills that we have to develop in a language. So language is very important, and to know the language, what is very necessary? Grammar. So we should know the correct grammar, then only we can make the perfect use of any language. Coming to English language. English, no, it is a beautiful language. Yes, obviously every language is beautiful in its own way, but nowadays English, it has got its own prominence, right? It has got its own prominence because there is a great need and importance of English nowadays. So what we have to do? We have to learn and speak English. We have to learn the English language. We have to speak in that. So that what we have to do? We have to improve these skills, L, S, R, W. So you should understand what I am saying by listening itself. You should speak English, you should read English, and you should write English. You should develop all these four skills. Okay. So grammar is a systematic study of language. As I have already told you, to know any language, what we have to come to know first? Grammar. Grammar, it is the way of learning a language. Grammar, it is a systematic study of language. It tells us the rules and regulations how we have to use the language. Is that clear? What is grammar? Grammar is a systematic study of language. It leads us, it tells us how we have to structure, how we have to form the words in a sentence, how we have to put the words in a sentence, how we have to speak, how we have to write, right? So this is what about grammar. Okay. So in English you all know there are 26 letters, right? There are 26 letters in English alphabet, right? So I have written here, how many letters are there? There are 26 letters in English alphabet. So observe the sentence here. So you often make again mistake while telling this line. You used to say, there are 26 alphabets in English language. So this sentence, it is completely wrong. So what you have to do, what you have to say, there are 26 letters in English alphabet. So observe the word alphabet there. Say alphabet, it is a group of letters. In Kannada we say Varnamale. Okay, alphabet means it is a group of letters, or we can say as it is a set of letters. What it is? It is a group or it is a set of letters. Alphabet. What you have to say? There are 26 letters in English alphabet. Alphabet itself, the word itself is a plural. Noun plural it is. You should not add yes to this. You used to say alphabets. So you should not use this word alphabets. So alphabet itself is a plural. It is a noun plural. Okay. So alphabet means it is a group of letters or it is a set of letters. Then what do you mean by letter? Letter means it is a member. It is a member of alphabet. What it is? It is a member of alphabet, or we can say it is a particular sound. Letter means it is a particular sound used in the language. Have you understood the difference between alphabet and letter? Means I have told you, you often make mistake while telling. You used to say like that, there are 26 alphabets in English language. So that is completely wrong. What you have to say? There are 26 letters in English alphabet. There is a difference between alphabet and letter. Alphabet means it is a group of letters or it is a set of letters. Alphabet itself is a plural, it is a noun plural. Yes, we can use alphabets when we say Latin alphabet, Greek alphabet, English alphabet, like that we can use alphabets, but here alphabet itself is a plural. What does it mean? Group or set of letters. Letter means it is a member. For example, A. A is a letter, it is a member of English alphabet. Okay, letter means it is a member of the alphabet. It is a particular sound used in the what? Language. It is a particular sound. For example, when I write here as, I write this. Looking at this, what you say? You will say Z. It is a particular sound which this structure it has got, right? Letter means it is a particular sound used in the language. It has its own shape and it has its own sound. Particular shape and particular sound. Is that clear? I have told you there is a difference between alphabet and letter. Then word. What do you mean by word? Word means it is a group of letters. Right. What do you mean by word? Word means it is a group of letters. In the same way, sentence means it is a group of words. Right. So alphabet means it's a group of letters. Then letter means a member of the alphabet or it is a particular sound used in the language. Word means it's a group of letters. For example, you used to say engineer. Engineer is a word. There we find a number of letters. Sentence means you all know group of words. Okay. This much is cleared, I think so. Okay. So look at the alphabet there. What I have written. See, in English alphabet, so there is two bifurcation. I have told you there are 26 letters in English alphabet. So these letters are divided into two groups. Okay, which are those? 26 letters in English alphabet, and these letters are divided into two groups such as vowels and consonants. So you all know about this. I am just brushing up your knowledge. This is an introductory class regarding your grammar. Okay. So I have told you there are 26 letters, and in English there is a two division in English alphabet. One is vowels and another one is consonants. In Kannada we say swara. Vyanjana. Vowel means swara, consonant means Vyanjana. So which are the vowels here? I will round up. A, E, I, O, U. So these 5 letters. So these 5 letters are the vowels. Which are the vowels here? A, E, I, O, U. There are 5 vowels in English alphabet, and the rest of the letters 21 letters are consonants. And one more bifurcation is there as semi-oval. Semi-oval, and actually it is not at all considered. Then also you should come to know. So one more bifurcation you should come to know. Semi-oval. W and Y. W and Y are the semi-ovals because sometimes they act as oval and sometimes they act as consonant. So that W and Y are called as semi-ovals. But you just come to know about only these two divisions. Okay. So ovals. I have told you there are 5 ovals. Why? Why we call only these 5 letters as ovals? Do you know? Yes, I will explain. See, ovals, no, they are independent letters. What they are? Ovals are independent letters. They are self-dependent because when they are pronounced, they won't take any help from other letters. Example, not example. So I will write here A, E, I, O, U. When I pronounce these 5 letters, I won't take help from other letter when they are pronounced. A, E, I, O, U means ovals are independent letters. Ovals are self-dependent letters. They do not depend on other letters when they are pronounced. Coming to consonants. So consonants, no, they are dependent. We call them as dependent letters because they are dependent on ovals. They are dependent on ovals when they are pronounced. For example, I will write here as B. B. At last, how I have pronounced E. E, it came there, right? C. D. Right? B. C. D. I will write here Y. Y. I. See, whenever we pronounce consonants, whenever we use consonants, we take the help of vowels. So they are called as consonants. I have told you swara, vyanjana. Vowels are the self-dependent letters. They are the independent letters. They do not take any help from other letters when they are pronounced. Consonants are dependent letters because these consonants are dependent on these 5 vowels when they are pronounced. Have you understood? This is what about your alphabet, English alphabet. Okay, shall we move on? Okay, fine. So I will rub this. So you have to make key points in your notes. When I give example, when I used to tell you any grammar point, so you have to note it down in your book as a key point. Afterwards I will give you notes. So next let us move on to the another grammar part, that is homophone. So what it is? Homophones. Say, observe another grammar point I just want to discuss in today's class. Homophones. Homo means, the word homo means same. Phone means sound. Okay. See here, homophones are very important because there will be a question, definite question in your 10th question paper. Okay. See, homophones are the words which have the same pronunciation, different meaning and different spelling. What are homophones? The words which have different meaning, different spelling but same in pronunciation. Okay. So here I will write some examples here. No. Okay. So what I am using here? One. Then see. So I just take these 3 words. See, you can observe here, these 2 words are same in pronunciation. So don't make mistake while pronouncing the word pronunciation. So how you have to pronounce it? Pronunciation. How we have to pronounce it? Pronunciation. Pronounce. So observe the pronunciation. Here. How we have to pronounce it? Pronunciation. Pronounce. Okay. So here I have written 3 words here. These 3 examples you can observe here. The words have different spelling, different meaning but same in pronunciation. So these are the examples for homophones. I have told you, homophones are the words which have different spelling, different meaning but same pronunciation. Example I will write here as I don't know it. Okay. I won one match. I see the sea every day. So these are the examples. So here, no. One. See. So the words are common in pronunciation but they are different in meaning and spelling. So these are homophones. Okay. I will write some more words, some more examples of homophones. You just take down it. I will write on the board. You have to take down the examples. Okay. 8. Okay. Feet. Be. Take down these examples. Allowed. New. Great. roll, roll, whole, whole. So these are the examples for homophones, and you can come to know about the meaning here. No means I know that thing. Another no means no, I don't want it. One, it is the past form of win. Win, one, winning. One. See, I can see the sea. I want to visit the sea. Okay. 8, it is a number. EIGHT. 8, it is a number. ATE, 8 is the past form of eat. Right. It is the past form of eat. 8. Right. Feet, it's a great challenge. Feet means it is the part of a leg. Right. Bee, it is a form. Bee form. I want to be there. Another bee means you all know. Honey bee. Honey bee. Allowed, allowed. See, observe the word there, allowed. So, allowed means loudly. Allowed means loudly. Allowed means you are not allowed here. New, it is a new thing to me. New, I knew that problem. Great, great means a grated coconut. You will tell grated coconut. In Kannada we say turi, turi the kobari. Okay, great means he is a great person. Roll, roll means it's a patra. Okay, whole, I want that whole notes. There is a hole in that wall, like that. So these are the examples of homophones. Okay, I think you have come to know. You just take down the definition as homophones or the words which have different spelling, different meaning, but same in pronunciation. I will write on the board. I will write here. You have to take down the definition. Okay. Homophones are words which have different spelling, different meaning, but same, same pronunciation. Okay, so you have to take down in your grammar notes. Allowed, allowed. So this is very important, and you will get 1 marks from this concept homophones in your question paper, from your question paper. Okay, so I think so you have come to know. Let's move on to the next topic, homonyms. So next topic is homonyms. See, there is a difference between homonym and homophones. Homonyms means same spelling, same pronunciation, but different meaning. What are homonyms? Homonyms are the words which have same spelling, same meaning, same spelling, same pronunciation, but different meaning. Okay, I will write on the board. Take down that. Homonyms. Homonyms means the words which have same spelling, same pronunciation, but different meaning. Example, bat, match, rose, okay. Mean, bark, address, kind, band, mouse. Many words are there. See here, I have written here many examples. Homonyms. I have told you, homo means same. Nym means name. Okay. Homonyms are the words which have same spelling, same pronunciation, but different in meaning. Okay. See here, you can observe two words which are same in spelling and same in pronunciation. Bat and bat. Bat means you all know what you use in cricket. It is a piece of wood which you use to what? Kick the ball, push the ball, right? So one more bat, it is an animal. You know that. Match. One match is a cricket match, or you can take as matchstick. There is a match. Okay. One more match is like comparison. I match this to your dress. There is it matches you. Okay. So match and match. Rose means it's a flower, and another rose means it is the past form of rise. Example, I will write here. I saw a rose when I rose in the morning. So observe the sentence here. I saw a rose. I saw a rose when I rose from my bed. So observe the two words here, rose and rose. So what it suggests? It suggests is rose. One rose is a flower, another rose it is the past form of the rise. I saw a rose when I rose from my bed. So rose, mean and mean. For example, you used to ask, what do you mean? And another word in a very bad manner, mean-minded. Okay. So bark and bark. One bark is, it is a outer layer of the tree. Bark, outer layer of the tree. Another bark is, it's a sound made by the dog. Dog barks at you. Okay, these two words. Address and address. Address means one you use as I want to know your address. He addressed the gathering. He addresses the gathering. One address means the home address or the office address. Another address means addressing the gathering. Okay. Kind and kind. One kind is to be very compassionate. Kind, daye. Another kind means it's a type. How many kinds are there? How many types are there? Like that. Band and band. Band means it's a group of musicians. Another brand means it's a wristband, what we use, right. So these are the words here. Homonyms means words which have same spelling, same pronunciation, but different meaning. So those are called as homonyms. Many homonyms will come. For example, mouse and mouse. Mouse means it's a what? It's a mammal, right? Mouse. Then there, their, there, then current, current, current. So these are the words. I think so you have come to know. Again I repeat, homonyms means words which have same spelling, same pronunciation but different in meaning. Okay, these are the examples. You have to write it in your grammar notes. So you have to start writing your grammar notes. In the first page, what you have to write is, you have to write cursive capital letters and small letters, the very first page. After that, you have to write about English alphabet. There are 26 letters in English alphabet. These letters are divided into two groups, vowels and consonants, and you have to write which are the vowels. Vowels A, E, I, O, U. The rest of the letters are consonants you have to write. And in today's class I have discussed about vowels, consonants, homophones and homonyms. Okay, I will end up this class by giving you one home assignment. You have to write it. It's very easy, just to check your comprehension. Shall I write on the board? Okay, have you taken this? Right. Yes, take down. Choose the correct homophones. You have to take down the heading. Choose the correct homophones and fill in the blank. Okay, take down the heading as choose the correct homophones and fill in the blanks. The first one is the dash is shining in the sky. So you have to choose the option given in the bracket. Okay. Mother dash her well. Rani has become dash after her illness. Weak. Sunday is the first day of the dash. Again here, week. Fifth question. Come and sit here. I can't dash you. Here and here. Okay. Only 6 examples I have given. You just take down it and write the correct homophone choosing from the bracket. So this is your today's class. I hope you have come to know. Let's continue in the next session. Thank you. Keep learning.